The first element we're going to have a look at is the verse-chorus beat. Now, if you listen carefully to the tune, we have eighth notes being played on the hi-hat, snare drum is on 2 and 4, and the bass drum is on 1 and. Now, if you're looking at the sheet of music, you'll see that it is played. We're now going to use the app AnyTune to help us get better acquainted with this beat. I want you to find the verse-chorus beat loop. And when this plays through, it's going to be a 4-measure phrase. And so when I press play now, we're going to listen to it as it goes through the next loop around. We're going to go ahead and start playing. Let's give it a shot. So remember, as we're playing through this, if we're not up to speed with this, we can also slow it down. So let's go back over to the audio file. And you'll notice on the left, somewhat bottom hand side, a plus and a minus. This will slow us down or speed us up. So if I hit the minus sign, this will start to slow the song down. Let's have a listen to that. And remember, when you want to zero that back out, right on top of the number wheel, you can double tap that and it will put everything back at 0. Now, I decided in this pre-chorus to write it in 3/8 to show the groups of 3 as we pass through. So there are 4 groups of 3 here, and if you're not too sure about the reading of the notes, follow my hands for a moment. So you'll notice it'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have a break into the next 2-measure beat phrase that I'll show you in a moment too. Okay, so up to speed here, it'll go have a listen to it with the recording, and remember, we can slow this down again in a moment too. And it is a loop, so we're going to listen to it the first time all the way through, and then I'll start playing. Now remember, we can also slow this down just a tad if it helps us count it through. So let's go back over to the audio and again find that minus sign and slow us down a tad. this song, I take one general fill, I call it a universal fill, and you can pretty much use it throughout the entire tune, and I'll do variations of it as well. But this universal fill, you can use it in any place, and it kind of gives off that Alex Van Halen kind of drum fill throughout, right? So I'll show this to you just by ear so you can figure it out in clumps. So first we start off with the bass drum. So, and then. So it starts with the bass drum. We get the high tom-tom, the floor tom, and the snare drum. Both hands together for a flam. Okay, so.